Have you ever heard of game theory? You may recognize it as a modern theory developed just in the past few decades. However, the principle of it may have been applied countless times in history before. Thousands of years ago, there was a state called Qi in China. The ruler of Qi is obsessed with horse racing, so he holds a horse race once a month. The rule of the game is best 2 out of 3, and the winner would get a huge prize. This crying man is Tianji. He always loses the game, because the ruler's 3 horses are stronger than his. Look at this man. From his twisted face, we can easily tell that he was beaten by the ruler again. Oh, what a poor guy. After the game, Tianji turned to his friend Sun Bin, and his friend Sun came up with a brilliant strategy to help him win the game by 2-1. Tianji was so happy and couldn't wait to go to the match again. A month has passed, and a new game would start. The ruler still thought he would win the game as usual. However, he wasn't aware of that Tianji has changed his strategy to play. Let's see what's gonna happen. The first round started. As usual, the ruler sent his superior horse, but Tianji sent his inferior horse rather than his superior horse like before to compete. Obviously, there was a large gap between the 2 horses, and as expected, Tianji lost the first round. The ruler was so happy. Then the second round began. Tianji sent his superior horse to race against the medium horse of the ruler. To the ruler's surprise, Tianji won the second round by a small advantage. In the last round, Tianji sent his medium horse against the ruler's inferior horse, and Tianji won the third round as expected. The ruler was so surprised. This was the first time he lost the game. Tianji won a lot of money after the game. He was so happy. So, how come the strategy of Sun worked? And would Tianji win again in the following month? Well, it may happen, but would not be that easy. And then let's introduce some basic concepts of game theory, which reflected the philosophy behind the strategy sets in game. So, you may wonder, what is game theory? The definition of a game theory is, anytime we have a situation with 2 or more players that involves known payoff or quantifiable consequences, we can use game theory to help determine the most likely outcomes. Firstly, let's introduce a few terms commonly used in the game theory. Game, which means any set of circumstances that has a result dependent on the action of 2 or more decision makers. Players, a strategic decision maker within the context of the game. Strategy, a complete plan of action a player would take given the set of circumstances that might arise within the game. Payoff, the payoff a player receives from arriving at a particular outcome. The payoff can be in any quantifiable form, such as dollars. Nash equilibrium. Nash equilibrium is a concept where the optimal outcome of a game is where there is no incentive to deviate from the initial strategy. After understanding the terminology part, we can apply game theory to uncover the mystery of how Tianji won the game using Sun's strategy, and predict the possibility of Tianji winning the competition next month. As we all know, the ruler and Tianji will send their 3 horses, superior, medium, inferior, to race in 3 rounds, and the possible strategies are shown as below. Denote the ruler as 1, Tianji as 2. The ruler's superior horse is better than Tianji's superior horse, while Tianji's superior horse is better than the ruler's medium one. The medium one is better than Tianji's medium one, so as on. It deserves attention that Tianji's horse is not as good as the ruler's at every level, therefore Tianji will definitely lose again. if his horse came across its counterpart at the same level. Now we denote the runner as x and tangent as y. Tangent and the runner both have 6 strategies, so we can easily conclude the 36 possible outcomes of payoffs in the following matrix. How about we select one of the possible outcomes as an example? When the runner applies the strategy SMI, while tangent applies the strategy SIM, we get the matrix below. Now let's do a little bit of analysis of the outcome matrix. Look at the yellow block. Given tangent's strategy, the runner can always find one strategy to win all 3 rounds. While look at the green block. Given the runner's strategy, the best strategy tangent can find is only to win 2 rounds at the most. So, after all that analysis, could you predict what will happen in next month? What is the possibility of winning for tangent? From the blue block, we can know the possibility that tangent wins is 1 of 6. No matter we're now in university, secondary school, or even primary school, for those who are interested in and willing to know about game theory, it is not only an academic theory that can be applied in fields like economics, social problems, politics, but also it provides insight into the factors that govern chance and decision-making inside complex systems found in everyday life. Thank you for watching.